I'm Brian Alexander with Time.com, and welcome Harrison Ford, star of Extraordinary Measures.
Co-star, Extraordinary
Measures.
Of
course, co-star and executive producer. We wouldn't want to push you up to a higher status, needlessly. We're doing readers' questions. Lacey Anderson of Ontario, Canada, asks a question. Lacey has a family member with Pompe disease who is responding quite well to treatment.
Good.
I'm looking forward to watching this great movie that will soon hit theaters. Was there any particular reason you did this movie, such as having a family member with Pompe disease?
For me, my interest wasn't specifically in Pompe. It wasn't about bringing the attention of the public to this disease, although that in and of itself would have been worthy. Mm-hmm. I wanted to make a movie that everybody could go to and experience. The drama of Crowley's life, the passion that he has for affecting his life.
Nicole Jenkins of Albany, Oregon wants to know, when working on the set of Extraordinary Measures, was it hard to juggle having a starring role and being executive producer?
No, I mean, I'd been working on it for 6 years before we got to the shooting stage, 5 years before we got to the shooting stage. We've been a year in shooting and post-production. So everything that I wanted to accomplish as a producer was already done. I had the script we wanted. I had the actors that we were most happy with. But for me, the set is about being a kid again, dress up and make believe. It's cowboys and Indians, you know.
So now you're a scientist.
So now I'm a scientist.
Margaret Garci of Phoenix, Arizona says, what is the biggest perk with being Harrison Ford?
Well, I mean, the truth is it's airplanes.
Airplanes?
Airplanes.
Okay, explain.
I love airplanes.
Oh yeah, of course. Janie Holland of Nashville, Tennessee says, I have enjoyed your acting since your portrayal of Han Solo so many years ago. Which of your characters is your favorite?
You know, I've got 5 kids. Who's your favorite kid? I mean, it doesn't work that way. They're all different. They're all special. They're all born under different circumstances. They all have their own individual destinies.
Hannah Rowton of Del City, Oklahoma says, the character Indiana Jones is said to be partly based on you. Is that true? And would you give the fedora over to Shia in the next indie movie? And are there any plans for the next indie movie?
Is she kidding?
What
do you mean give it to Shia? What are you talking about?
Well,
it's mine. I don't think it becomes necessary to give him the fedora. I'd love to do another Indiana Jones. What I'd like to do is share the opportunities that new character presents in exploring the relationship between those two characters, much in the way that the whole enterprise was reinvigorated by bringing Sean in as my father. So I'd like to see that play out. I'd love to do another one of those movies. You know, George is working on an idea now. If George and Stephen and I can all agree on it, I'd be happy to do it again.
And you can give him a different fedora. It doesn't have to be yours.
He can get a hat of his own for it. You know. I earned that hat.
You did. You certainly did. Bob Nikunen of Bellevue, Nebraska says, how did you get the scar on your chin? You're covering your chin, of course.
Yeah, fast car crash. Real uninteresting story.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, fast and
I had one of the first cars with a shoulder belt. And it hung on a little peg behind me. It was a Volvo 544. And I used to drive to work. I had a part-time job as a knick-knack and oil paintings department of the Bullock's department store. I convinced some poor guy that I was looking for a career in retail management while I was waiting, you know, to get acting jobs. Anyway, I was through Laguna Canyon, and I realized I didn't have my belt on. So I was reaching around to get the damn belt off the peg, and I bumped a curb and went up and hit a telephone pole. And
there you go.
There we are.
Kayla White of Adelaide, Australia says, have you ever wanted to direct one of your own films?
No. It's too hard.
Uh-huh.
It's the hardest job in the world.
Right.
It takes too long. It doesn't pay well enough.
Okay.
Bob Hoskins, you know Bob Hoskins? Bob Hoskins, after he directed his first movie, said it was like being pecked to death by penguins. The questions all day long. You know, what should we do it this way? Blah, blah.
Sasa Todorovic of Melbourne, Australia says, what would be your best advice to young Harrison Ford years ago when he was beginning in the world of movies?
Hang in there, kid. It's gonna be a while. One thing I noticed when I was first starting acting is that most of the people that were on that Greyhound bus from wherever else you come from to get to Los Angeles gave up, went home, and sometimes the reason you get the job is because you're the only one left. Right. So I didn't make a living until I was 35 years old. I had other jobs and so on and so forth. But tenacity is critical.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ford. Best of luck in your new movie.
Thanks for all the good questions. Appreciate it.